On Sunday afternoon, Tony Parker posted the hashtag I'm back. The Spurs confirmed Parker would make his return Monday night against the Mavericks. Parker ruptured his left quad last season in the Spurs' win over the Rockets in the Western Conference semifinals. He had surgery and spent the offseason in a rehab program before doctors cleared him to return in September. But of course, as usual, the Spurs were cautious. How, though, do things now shift offensively with Tony Parker back into the lineup? And what have they been doing that's been working so well without him?
Well, I think it's going to be interesting. You know, Patty Mills assumed the starting role for DeJounte Murray, who started the first 7 games of the season, and then Pop had seen enough of the young player, put Patty back in there. But really where the Spurs have been best in the past couple of years has been their bench, Sam. So now they have Tony coming back in the lineup. It starts to make us think about how severe this Kawhi Leonard injury is, given that we saw Tony basically explode that muscle last year in the playoffs, but no Kawhi Leonard yet. But obviously, guys will shift over if he starts. In the meantime, they've gotten contributions from just about everybody to begin the year here. A team that's sitting right now with a nice home record at 8-2, and they'll play Dallas. But the guys who've been contributing are guys like this. Kyle Anderson, really good passer. Guys aren't respecting the way that he can play. He's had some nice double-digit games for San Antonio. Prop is trusting him a lot as the 4-man in pick-and-roll situations. Another guy that the Spurs have leaned on, even one start so far, Bryn Forbes. Here's a play where he rotates over after the double team. Poor closeout by Malik Monk, who lets Forbes get back into the middle where decisions can be made, and then Lamb doesn't cut him off either. So Forbes makes a good read, which he's been doing lately. Pop's trusting him to make more decisions with the ball all the way to the rim, and then he scores. Lastly, Rudy Gay coming in as the 6th man. I don't mean lastly in any derogatory way because he's been very good, Sam. But he can come in. The guy's a career 18-point scorer. He can come in and take advantage of a team's second unit guy. If he starts getting hot and they want to put a starter on him, he'll take care of that guy too. Here he is in isolation on Frank Kaminsky, creates some space, and he scores. So Spurs, again, doing it by committee, but I think Parker back into the lineup is going to shore up their bench with this year. They have not been as dominant as they have been in the past 3 or 4 seasons.
Yeah, and then it's going to pick up their pace. Also, like you said, their bench is going to get stronger. But the thing about Tony Parker, he lives in the paint. That's where he does most of his scoring. And you know that anytime a point guard can stay in the paint, it just opens up the three-point shooting. It opens up the offensive rebounding and the pace of play. They're going to be able to pick up their pace of play. They're going to have their depth. And I expect Tony Parker to step right in where he left off, penetrating, finding those shooters. The shooters are going to be extremely happy with him back because Patty Mills, as good as he's played, he's more of a jump shooter. He's not a penetrating finish type guy.